Eli Carter was used to silence. Not just the kind that wrapped around him during lunch breaks or echoed through his one-sided conversations in class, but the kind that came from being constantly overlooked. He didn't mind. Not really. It gave him time to think. Eli was the kind of kid who took apart microwave ovens just to understand how they heated food, who scribbled complex equations in the margins of his textbooks, and who stayed late in the school library researching ion propulsion instead of scrolling through social media. He wasn't trying to be better than anyone. He just saw the world differently, and for the most part, the world didn't see him at all, except for Jada Nguyen. She was sharp, outspoken, and utterly unimpressed by popularity. When everyone else ignored Eli, Jada sat next to him in class and asked real questions. She didn't pretend to understand his diagrams, but she always listened. That was enough. So when the annual Jefferson High Science Fair was announced, and the prize included a $5,000 scholarship and an internship at a local tech firm, Jada immediately nudged Eli. "You have to enter," she insisted, sliding a flyer into his notebook. "It's basically made for you." Eli hesitated. "They won't get it. They don't have to. Just make them look." For 3 weeks, Eli poured himself into building a prototype, a crude but functional model of a hybrid ion propulsion engine, something he'd been sketching and refining in private for months. Using scavenged parts, open-source circuit boards, and a salvaged vacuum chamber he'd borrowed from a local junkyard, he assembled something that buzzed quietly, yet pulsed with brilliance. On the day of the fair, Eli wheeled his project into the gym on a squeaky cart, next to baking soda volcanoes, windmills and vegetable batteries. His setup looked like it came from another world. Mr. Dempsey, the head science teacher and judge, frowned as he approached. "This your project, Carter?" he asked, arms crossed. Eli nodded. "Yes, sir. It's a hybrid ion propulsion model based on electrostatic acceleration." "Let me stop you there," Mr. Dempsey cut in, already smirking. "You're saying you built a spaceship engine in your garage. It's a proof of concept. The math is sound." "The math, Mr. Dempsey laughed and turned toward the other judges. "This isn't science, it's science fiction." The other students giggled. Eli's ears burned. "You could have just made a water filtration system like everyone else," Dempsey continued, flipping through Eli's handwritten data sheets with open disdain. Instead of wasting everyone's time with nonsense, he gave Eli's project a red X and walked away without another word. Jada watched the whole thing, fury rising in her throat. That night she posted a video, Eli's project, his explanation, and Mr. Dempsey's sneering dismissal. She captioned it, "High school genius gets mocked by teacher. Watch what this kid built." She didn't expect much, but the internet had other plans. 3 days later, Eli sat in the back of chemistry class when the principal's voice crackled over the intercom. "Eli Carter, please report to the main office." Immediately, Jada looked at him, wide-eyed. He shrugged, confused, and gathered his things. In the office, the secretary beamed. "There's someone on the line who wants to speak with you, from NASA." Eli blinked. "NASA? Like the NASA?" Principal Monroe stepped out of his office, holding the phone like it was sacred. "They said a Dr. Ramirez saw a video of your science fair project. They'd like to talk about your design." That night, Eli sat in his bedroom, video calling Dr. Andrea Ramirez, a propulsion systems engineer at NASA's Jet Propulsion Laboratory. "I don't know who your teacher is," she said, smiling, "but they're dead wrong. What you've built, it's ambitious, sure, but the logic is innovative. Your ionization concept? That's real work. And you did this, in high school." Eli could barely speak. Yes. I mean, sort of. I had to improvise a lot." Dr. Ramirez leaned forward. "How'd you like to come visit JPL, meet our team, maybe bring your schematics?" By the following week, Eli's story had gone viral. News stations came to Jefferson High. Reporters interviewed him in front of the school gym. Mr. Dempsey tried to spin it all, telling one journalist, "I always encourage critical thinking." Eli said nothing. He didn't need to. When NASA formally invited him for a summer internship, the school held an assembly in his honor. Principal Monroe even offered a public apology. Dempsey kept his distance. But the best moment came quietly, the day before Eli left for California. He and Jada stood in front of the science classroom. "Still think they won't get it?" she teased. Eli smiled for real this time. "Maybe not everyone has to, just the right people."